My queens, my ladies, let me tell you something. If you are still hurt, if you have not healed to the point, I'm going to give you some tips to know when you should go in a relationship or when you should choose someone. Because you choose. Someone can approach you, but you choose whether to allow them into your life and into your space. And I've come to a place where I realize we can no longer blame or point finger at someone who comes in our life that we've allowed in our life and they are causing certain harm to us. And unless you know the signs, unless you know what it looks like, you will always choose the same person. I'm talking from experience because my 3 baby daddies, you heard me, they were different race, different ethnicity, different background, but the exact same character. They weren't bad people. They weren't horrible people. They were just very undisciplined. They weren't disciplined. But when I stepped back, I was the common denominator. I kept allowing this into my life, even though I wanted love, didn't know what love was. Even though I wanted a relationship, didn't know what that was. Even though I wanted a family, didn't know what that was. And a lot of us, we want and we desire these things, but we don't know what they are. We don't know what is a healthy one, and we don't know what isn't a healthy one. And you got to realize when you are unhealed, when you are not healed, you are going to choose someone that is not healed. And we are no longer blaming them. We're looking at the mirror. We're looking in the mirror. Why am I keep doing this? Why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep choosing the same person? Because it's you. You have not been sharpened. Your mind have not been sharpened. You yourself, I'm speaking to myself. You weren't disciplined and you might not still be disciplined. I know I am. I know I am. Before it was easy to get in my pants because I thought that any little thing meant love. Now I know love look a certain way, love talk a certain way, love behave a certain way, but it took me big 34 to figure that out. Right? Now I know what it looks like because I first had to experience it within myself. And here's the funny thing. I was a religious. I was in church. I was doing all the right things, saying all the right thing, looking all the right way, but I was not healed. I wasn't truly healed. And that's why you see a lot of my church sisters, my religious sister, my holy sisters tend to be the most played, easily played, right? Even though you're supposed to be strong-minded and disciplined in the word. And I know this. So you keep attracting men. And I don't want to call them predator. I don't want to call them any of that because I personally feel now that they're broken as well. But a man can have sex with a woman knowing that he has no other intentions but to have sex with her, nothing else. You don't want to buy me stuff. You don't want to take care of me, but you want my... When I think that's brokenness. Just the pum pum. So much value, so much quality, so much in a woman, but you just want the pum pum. It's brokenness. A woman, even older women, still doing it. And I know this, I was one. When I see a woman thinking that she's with someone who's going to love her and take care of her, and instead they're dragging her emotionally, mentally, sometimes physically, sexually, financially, spiritually, taking advantage, and she doesn't have boundaries, where if you speak to me disrespectful, it's done. If you do anything disrespectful towards me, whatever disrespect look like to you is done. And you keep allowing this person to, and I ain't judging you. I've been there. Keep allowing this person to do horrid stuff to you over and over, cutting you psychologically, cutting you emotionally, cutting you physically, cutting you financially, just keep scarring you, and you keep making them apologize with no change of behavior. You don't have boundaries. You don't have self-love. You don't have self-discipline. You don't have the skills. You don't have the attributes. I'm talking to self. Before I had it. You don't have the wisdom, the intelligence, the awareness, the knowledge to choose better. And that's no excuse, because just because you don't have it, it's no excuse that, oh, you don't deserve it. No one deserves it. But because you don't have it, and because you haven't made the time to learn it, you're still choosing to allow these kind of people into your life. You're still choosing, and you're going to always choose, because you don't have the boundaries, you don't have the self-discipline, you don't have the awareness. You have not dealt with the wounds, the childhood wounds, the adolescent wounds, the adult wounds. You have not dealt with the trauma to be aware, to do better with self, and then to choose better with others. And until you start doing better with self, and I feel like you got to have a level of awareness to understand what I'm saying. But bear with me. Do better with self, with just choosing to get therapy. Simple thing as getting therapy. Simple thing of not having sex with someone who has not put into you more than just money, more that inconsistent time, have not put a ring on your finger, and not every man who put a ring on your finger has good intentions. Can marry you and abuse you anyways. But you can only choose better if you know better. You can only do better if you know better. Won't do better because you won't choose to know, to gain the knowledge and to do better. You have to understand, some of them are choosing you because you're easy. You're an easy target. As if it was someone else, they won't bother. Because a woman, a young lady who knows herself, who knows her worth, won't give them the time of day. Like, once you talk to me disrespectfully, once you cross my boundaries, once you've done something and I've seen you do something that tells me you have a bad habit and you are not a disciplined man, and I can say this because I had to go through hell. And I'm trying to give you this so you don't have to go through it too. You don't have to make the mistakes too. You don't have to trip up and mess up too. I've done all that for you, me, your daughters and your daughters' daughters. I've done enough to let you know. Give yourself, I would say, even 2-3 months to start working on you. And I'm not saying when the months or when those months come, that is over. But I believe you, if you intentionally work on you, intentionally go and book those weekly therapy, if you intentionally read the books and gain the knowledge, what is a healthy relationship? What is a good man? What is a good woman? What is a disciplined man? There are podcasts. And I don't mean these raga muffin podcasts. I mean intelligence people speaking from a pure heart and not a broken place. And I can talk about that because I've been one to speak from brokenness. Sometimes it's healing. But you gotta have the ears to think, is this person speaking out of brokenness? Or if they are they speaking out of genuineness? We're looking at self. How can you make better decisions for you, for your children, for your future? And you cannot make better decisions until you know and do better. Without the knowing, there's no better doing. Why you keep choosing the same person? Different face, different body, same person. It's a you thing. When I came to that understanding, it hurt. But I needed to know that so that I can look within. And I thought I was healed. I was making all the right choices, only to figure out that I was not. How did I know? How did I know I wasn't healed? Because I was still accepting nonsense behavior from someone and people around me that said they loved me, said they care about me, but their behavior said the opposite. And this is how you know you're not healed. This is how you know you're not operating from a healed space. When people keep hurting you and you keep them in your space and you don't make the right move and the right adjustment to clear rubbish. It's like your house is full of garbage. Is the garbage truck come to your house and keep pouring garbage? And if you can sit down and just take note of the rubbish you take yearly, you fill up notebooks of rubbish. That's what your house is like. Your house, your body, your mind, your energy, your space. People are using you as a dumping ground. You are even using yourself as a dumping ground. You've allowed this within yourself, and you've allowed this with people around you. And until you decide that I'm going to take up a book, I'm going to listen to a podcast intentionally, I'm going to do the work, I'm going to book, no matter how much it is, a therapy session weekly. Until you do the work. And a lot of us hide behind religion, hide behind the Bible, hide behind church, but we are broken. We ain't doing the inner work, the true healing, true work. Go and pick up a book on attachment, detaching, childhood trauma. Until you do the work. When you see someone next disrespect you and you react instead of responding. React is that you just react out of how you're feeling. Instead of noticing what they said, noticing that it triggered you, understanding why it triggered you, and then properly responding. Hey, what you just said really upset me, and I did not like it. Can you please not speak to me like that? If you do, I will have to step away from this. And sometimes we give that warning and we still allow them in our space. Not only do we allow them in our space, we allow them to trigger us and cause us to come out of character, shift our own whole energy, our whole vibes. Why? We've not done the work on ourselves. There are things you can see in yourself to know that you need the inner work. Right? When you are codependent, what does that mean? When you cling to someone, anyone, if you have never had a break from relationships and took the time to look at the mirror at who you are at your core, if you are attached to someone who keeps speaking to you dirty, doing you dirty, doing you wrong, but you cling to them, if they don't affirm you, if they don't say good things to you, if they don't give you their attention, you get anxious, you get withdrawn, you get angry. I know these things. I've been there. If you cannot separate from this person for 3, 4, 5 days without getting irritated, losing yourself, I've been there. I'm not speaking for speaking's sake. I'm speaking out of experience. You don't know what to do with yourself. This person has become your center of attention. You cannot see anything outside of this person. That's your life. That person. They've become your God. And because they've become your God, you are neglected. Your children's neglected. Your family's I'm speaking out of experience. And this person can deal with you anyhow. You're going to stay. You're going to stay. You are insecure. I was insecure. I didn't even know I was. You couldn't tell me I was insecure. You couldn't tell me that I wasn't confident. But I wasn't. You couldn't tell me that I wasn't a sure person, that I wasn't sure of myself, but I wasn't. I didn't know that. How do you know? Look what you tolerate. Look what you take from people. Anyone, look what you take from people. Just get a journal. Just name that journal bullshit from today. Just name the journal bullshit. You are so lost in this sauce that you can't even tell what bullshit is. You can't even tell anymore. You can't even, the way someone taught you. They don't listen to you when you're speaking. They cut. They roll their eyes. They don't give you the time of the day. They call you at 11, 12 at night. Don't speak to you for days. But when it's time for pum pum time, after 10 o'clock, weekends, or only 10 o'clock on weekdays. Pum pum call. This is your worth. This is what you've told them. This is what you've taught them that you're worth. So they can mistreat you, mishandle you, and talk to you anyhow and not treat you like the queen that you are, but still get all the benefits of you. Get your sex, get your money, get your time, get your energy, get your mind. A man can talk to you for 2, 3 months and get you to have sex with them. But really, when you sit down and look what this man has invested in you, it's not invested anything. He's talk nonsense. Haven't had quality conversation. You don't know him. He doesn't know you and he doesn't care to know you. Talking to my old self. Talking to Kanisha, not Queenie. I'm talking to Kanisha, the old version of me. And he can have your body, but he never put in the work for you. All my Christian sisters, when you read your word, men work 7 years for a wife. Never touch her, never look at her, never even smell her. But he will work 7 to 14 years just to get the woman he wants. You make this man work 90-something days to woo you. Talking to Kanisha. The only way you're going to step up your game if you step you up. You step up your game for you. You step up your game for you. Because you're going to learn to truly love you. Truly take care of you. Truly protect you. And I know you're looking for genuine love. True love. But how can you find what you don't know? It's time that everything you're trying to get out there, bring it back in. Bring it back in. Look at the mirror. Look at the mirror. I want love. Oh, let me look at the mirror. Let me find it here. How am I going to find love? You want to go out with someone? Oh, where you want to go? What you want to do? You want to have sex? Your body itching? Turn that in. Turn that in. Turn that into something else. Turn that into something else. What can I do for you? How can I love you? Genuinely love you. What do you need? And one thing that has been really helping me is therapy. Therapy. Go and get that therapy. Go and dig through those stuff. Go and really get that therapy. You blaming, oh, he did this, you did it. When I realized it was always me. This is my world. This is my universe. I create my life every day. When I get up and I choose to speak to this person and I know this person's going to irritate me, I created that. I knew better, but I didn't do better. When I get up and I go and eat the shit that I know I shouldn't be eating, and I look in the body and I don't like what I see and I'm mad at myself, I did that. Lack of self-discipline. When I stay up all night, binge watching a movie, didn't get any good sleep, wake up irritated, pissed at my kids, I did that. I did that. What are you doing? And what are you doing? And then turning around and blaming everyone else. What are you doing? I say this because I wish someone told me. But I'm at a place where I want to learn by others. I don't want to go through it. Please, I've been through enough. I don't want to go through it. Tell me what not to do. Tell me where not to go. Subscribe. We'll talk again later.